There it is. What's up, y'all? That I thought I'd just come in for a little bit just to say what's up. I got a lot of footage I gotta edit, y'all, but I'm not gonna do it. There's no way that I'm gonna do it. It's just I've been super busy working on the studio, and I'm still not done. I got rid of a lot of clothes that I don't use, so I'm gonna donate that. I think I'm throwing away. Well, not throwing away, but I'm donating like at least 10 pairs of shoes. A lot of those shoes are like Jordans. But, it's like we got to make room for the new, right? Like that's something that my mom has been telling me is like you can't just have all this, there, and it's like just give it away so you can bring some more new stuff in. It's like how are you going to hoard everything? But yeah, I don't know if there's something in particular you guys want to talk about. I have a little bit of time before I, go to bed. Did you guys see that house that burned down? Ooh la la. Let me show you. Um Let me send it to my MacBook Pro so you guys can see. So two houses burned down. This one. So what's up, y'all? What's new? What's new here with y'all? Let me see if I can bring an image here. Add. Oh, here we go. Image. Okay. Browse. Recent. Not that. Downloads. Yeah. Come on. All formats. Oh, here we go. I cannot get this thing. I wonder why. Oh, it's because it's a live video. Yep, that's why. So I have to go turn off the live. And then send it. Hold up, y'all. Let me show you this picture. It's crazy. No. Ah, come on. It's not letting me do it. Put it there. Shout out to my mom. Her full name, Olive Janet Wainers. What's is it her birthday? What's up? What up, John? Tell me some. All right, so I was gonna show you this picture of this house that burned down. Two houses burned down here during the 4th of July celebration by my neighborhood. It's kind of sad. It won't let me do anything. Come on. Add. Image number 4. Browse. Peace, love, and healing. Yeah. What's your zodiac sign, or what? Tell me what's going on with you. What is the goal that you're working on right now, or that you're trying to achieve? Music, pictures. Is it on pictures? You guys want to see this really cool drone shot that I did? Oh shoot, it's super big. Hold on, y'all. This is downtown Denver, and I shot this with my drone. Need to get out there. Let me just make it smaller. Hold on, so it can fit. Look at that. I still gotta edit it. That's raw, but I like taking like night pictures of like buildings and the city and stuff like that. That's something that I'm passionate about. But this one is like a long exposure. I can't remember what was the how long that was. I have another one here. This one's really cool. It's just I left the shutter open too long, and I feel like I got too much light on the street. But I really wanted to get like that tower, the purple tower right there. And that's probably like the shot that I was going for right there. Yeah, a lot of these pictures I haven't done anything with. I gotta edit them. I gotta post them. I like to take a lot of pictures. I don't have anything on my MacBook, which is what I use to like stream, but on my phone I got so much so many pictures. Recent. And I can't open anything. Come on. Come on. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I don't know, what is it about image filter properties. Cancel here. I don't know why it's not letting me bring yeah, so cool. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I have a Sony A7 IV that I use for shooting. This one's a Sony A7 II. The drone is a DJI, and I got a bunch of like lenses. My favorite one so far is the Suri. It's the what is it? Anamorphic lens. So it looks literally like a theater. It's like a super stretched out image. It's really cool. But I can't seem to like get the picture here. I don't know why. JPEG, come on. So yeah. So where are you guys from, or what? Where's everybody from? Do you guys have a hobby or anything like that? Documents, pictures. Nothing comes out. Oh. You guys want to see my sister? This is my sister when we went to the convention. That's this picture is also it's not edited. It looks like it's raw. But that's I think a big old amethyst. I don't want to put her like on there, but that's like a big old amethyst geode or whatever. It was really expensive. I gotta edit that one too. Twisted Sushi, what's up? I don't know why I can't open stuff here. Browse. Oh, maybe because I gotta go to Oh, you guys want to see my X5? I already sold it. Oh, it's not here. It's not coming out. Is it? Oh no, it's not this one. Wait, which one is it? Put that one away. Okay, yeah. So this is my my X5. I already sold this car. It was really fun. It was a V8 twin turbo. Really fun to drive. It sounded really good. It was really fast. For an SUV, it was pretty fast. It was way faster than this than an SRT8 for sure. Jeep SRT8. It was really nice. I really miss this. Well, I don't miss it that much. We're just gonna go through random pictures. It's gonna be boring. Okay. What's happening here? Huh. I had it. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, I got some pictures. Oh yeah, look, this is I took this this picture with my drone. It's Denver. I still gotta edit the everything. I don't really find any use for like pictures like this. You can kind of see my name, Rigo Martinez, at the bottom here, but I mean it's cool because it's high def. Like we can zoom in. Maybe not this one, but maybe because I'm blowing it up like that, it's kind of like messing up the you know the picture. Or maybe I saved it as a low resolution picture because I think this one, because it has my name, has been like messed with. I thought you said see my ex-wife. No, my X5. BMW X5. My ex-wife. No, she doesn't need that kind of attention. Hope she's doing good though. Hope she's doing good. I went to this water park in Mexico. Look at it. It was really nice. The only thing that was bad about it is that it was really cold. I think it was like during winter. Let's see. It was, I think, December, and you only see 2 people there, but it was really cool. So this is where like the tides and the waves, it's like one of those, it simulates like the beach and stuff. And there's all kinds of other cool things to go and explore. Like that looks cool. Like that's a volcano. I don't know what that is. It looks like a volcano. But I'm sure it does like waterworks and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. It's just I got in the water and it was freezing cold. So I went with my dad, my son, and my mom was there as well. It's a really nice water park. It's literally kind of close to where my parents live in Mexico. Literally, it's like super close. Look, they got like all kinds of things to do there. I think this one was close because I don't see any water, but yeah, the slide, it looks kind of rough, so I don't know. I will be worried to like get on that thing. I have a lot of pictures. This is where they make this. I don't know if you guys ever had this tequila. This is literally like just a couple minutes from where my parents live in Mexico. I like this tequila. It's really good. It's just I can't do tequila anymore. Like I just cannot do tequila anymore. I'll probably die. Yeah, no more tequila shots for me at all. I don't know. I don't know. You guys give me something to talk about. What do you want to talk about? You want me to put or pull the tarot deck or something like that? Where's this at? Check this one out. Oh, this is downtown. I think, oh yeah, I was at the Rockies game. This was my iPhone. This is my iPhone. I took this picture here. Shadow people? What do you want to talk about shadow people? Like what? What do you want to know about shadow people? What do you think shadow people means? Like what is it? What do you take about that? Look, this is also where I live. It's like a little church. A lot of people get married there. It's kind of cool. It's really, I don't know. I guess a woman will say it's cute. And then this is where, they celebrate. So that's the same church and it's like that. Pretty cool. That's one from when I went to Mexico a while back. What's up, Ed? How you been, man? How you been? I think that's it. We have my son. Oh no, these are not ours. But we have animals like that. We have goats, but these are not ours in Mexico. I don't know where those came from. I don't know. It's just random pictures. I don't know. Laugh out loud. I feel they can be watchers from other dimensions. Maybe they are being made of dark matter. Interesting. I yeah. I mean, I think it's possible. You can. I don't know. I think for somebody to like, have the ability to go from one dimension to the other dimension to the other, like it takes a lot, and I don't think they're human at all. So for me to like understand how that works is just, I don't think any human can explain how that works. Like this is another night picture of downtown Denver. I took this one with the drone a long time ago. And I don't know. It's going to be hard to understand that or to even believe that, to be honest with you, at least for me, because it's hard to like switch between, realities. You remember what Well, what was that movie where the guy was able to jump from one place to the other? Was it Jumper? Let me Google that. And it was cool how, because wouldn't that be like going from like running through dimension? Oh, here's my phone. I wasn't right. Like, let me see. Was that it? Jumper. Yeah, Jumper. So it's like this person goes from one place to the other. The thing is that this person has to know where they're going. So if they want to go to Hawaii, they have to like have an image or where they're gonna appear. And I thought that was pretty cool. And it's like, it kind of, I mean, you think about it, it's like the way they, did the movie and everything was life has been tough lately. What's going on, Ed? What's going on? Tell me. And the way they kind of put it on the movie feels like it's doable. It's possible to go from one place to the other just by like having that image. And the thing is that I don't know. So the person has multiple pictures in where they live, right? This person has multiple pictures, and so that's how they're able to like it's not time travel. It's more like just travel. How would you call it? Space travel? Space travel. But it's still it gets like kind of confusing. But it's just not possible. I don't think it's possible because a lot of things go like, let's just say that this person chooses to travel through space or whatever to a location, say from Colorado to California, and this person like has this image. And what if literally where they're appearing, there's another person? That means that whoever's standing right at that moment or right at that, location, it's probably gonna like this person's gonna appear inside their body and just rip them apart. Don't you think? So it's like, I don't know. It's just crazy. I don't think things like that. Like I don't believe in stuff like that. I think there is different dimensions or dimensions, whatever, but I don't think a human being can cross them, can touch them. There's that. What's his name? I don't know. I think I make that before. I don't know why I don't believe in stuff like that, but there's that one dude. I think his name is what's his name? He's a famous I don't know. I forgot his name. Anyways, he says, so, the thing is that where we're at, how did it, because I don't want to say it wrong. Anyways, so there's literally nothing in front of you. I don't know how, man, I don't want to say it because then it's going to be like, I'm going to get quoted and I'm going to get burned because I'm not, I can't remember exactly how he said it. But anyways, he says that the fact that, like this microphone is in front of me, like it's not real. It's not real. So if I was to like go into a different dimension, that my hand will be able to go through this microphone. And supposedly that's how you travel between dimensions, is that supposedly, so he said that I think molecules or atoms are made out of 99.9% of nothing. And so he's like, yeah, the only reason, like, nothing stopped. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I have to like Billy something, Billy Jakes, no, Billy something. And I was like, dude, you're delusional. Like, theoretically, and a theory is that you're not for sure. It's like it's not true. It's just a theory. And it's like, yeah, like nothing touches anything, when it comes to molecules. Like nothing, like my fingers are part of my body, but if you break them down to molecules, it's like there's flesh, there's blood, there's bone, and you start breaking them down, and they're separated, right? They get separated. So it's just it's hard, and it's difficult to make something that is not part of you. I don't know, it's weird. Never mind. You know what? Forget about it. Nothing is real unless that's one of, yeah, that's true, because your perspective or your vision is pretty much your life, right? So I could be here talking to the microphone, and I don't know, there could be like a party going on the other room or on the living room that I don't know about. And so I don't know that it's happening, right? That's because we live in a world where to be able to understand or see or believe that it's true, we have to see it, right? We have to see it to believe it. Because you don't know. You really don't know. If you think about it, like, what's my neighbor doing right now? Is he getting busy with the wife? Is he arguing with the wife? Are they murdering each other right now? What's going on? Maybe they're just watching a movie. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. All I know is really what I have here. Is this perspective, this vision. And I know that my hand doesn't go through the microphone. I know that if I touch something hot, I get burned. I know that, if I'm thirsty, I got to drink water. I know what I know, and that's it. you know. Oh yeah, you have sciatica. I think I have that too. My lower back. There was a time where I couldn't even like get in the car or get out of the car. It was really painful, and I didn't go to therapy or anything. I just I took some pain killers, and then I went to work and I went through that. But I did some exercises where I kind of rotated my hip and my legs every time I will feel pain. I ended up having this habit of twisting my back to where the lower kind of where my hips, the lower part of the how do you call it, freaking the spinal cord thingy, it pops, and once it pops, for some reason it feels good. But yeah, it's really painful. I struggled to get out of the car, to get in the car, to go to work. It was really, really hard for me. I never went to a doctor because I knew they were gonna say you need surgery, we need to cut you open and stuff like that. And at that point, during that time, I was very into meditating, and I was going through some awakening things and some transformations, and I was I don't think it's a good idea for me to go to the hospital because they're gonna want me to get surgery. It's gonna be very expensive, and it might not help me. And now it's just, for me right now, I'm good. It's just that if I carry something really heavy, I'll get back pain, but not that bad. And then it also has to do with the shoes. If I wear shoes that are worn out, my lower back is going to kill me for the rest of the day, or maybe sometimes the week. But if I have shoes that, are new and they're not worn out to the point where the plastic or the foam is like all compressed, and it's literally like if I was to be walking on, like on the floor, then that's when, if they're new shoes and they're like nice and cushioning, I'm good. I'm golden. So I have to constantly buy like shoes at work, boots at work, and here. I use a lot of the Nike Air, because they're like really comfortable and they do help me with that. So I had a friend that she had to get back surgery, and they ended up putting like a metal, some kind of metal, like a metal thing that goes in your spinal cord. It's like a bone. It's the same. So she told me that what they did is like they opened her up, took out that bone from her lower back and put in a what it was like a metal one, maybe, I don't know, stainless steel or something, I don't know, titanium or something like that. But what they did was they took out the bone and they kind of like they ground it, or they just made it, and they put it on the new metal bone, so the body could like make it or fuse it to the spine. So that's what they do. Like they take that bone out and then they just grind it and they put it on the new piece that you're getting. This is, most of the times it's titanium or whatever, and they put it in, and your body accepts it as it being like part of you or part of your bone. And she couldn't bend over that much. Like she had limited mobility. She couldn't like she couldn't bend over. She couldn't arch. Yeah, it was just a friend. I don't know. If you connect the dots, then you know why we had that conversation. Yeah, so the body doesn't reject. So, and that's something that I didn't want to go through. So I chose to like suck it up and do exercises. I never even went to a chiropractor. I kind of did meditations about it to see if it worked, and it kind of did. But I did exercises, leg exercises that kind of gave me mobility, or help my, what I thought was like my hips, but it was literally my lower back. It's the lower part of the, so I think the nerves that go through the spine, the lower part, they get pinched, and then there's other muscles around it that when the nerves get pinched, the muscles kind of feel like they're in pain or something like that. I can't remember how sciatica works, but it's like sciatica is part of the muscles that hold you up, and the nerves. Okay, because my girlfriend suffers the same, and she's considering it. Yeah, she couldn't, she had issues when when it got really cold outside. So like winter, it was really hard for her. But she really enjoyed having like a heated seat on the car. She had limited mobility, and I can't remember how long it took her to heal from that. And she said she was just she said she was going through a breakup, and she was moving out of some kind of apartment or house, and she was all mad, and she picked up like really heavy boxes, and that's when something literally snapped, or I guess one of the discs just literally bursted or something like that, and she had to have that surgery. But yeah. Yeah, I even going to the gym for me, it's kind of hard. I can't lift heavy. Like for me to do legs or lift heavy, I have to think about it. because I'm gonna be in pain the next day. So I gotta like plan it, or I gotta understand that if I do like anything that has to do with back or legs, that I'm gonna be in pain for the next 2 to 3 days, and not from the workout, but my actual like lower back. And it doesn't like I could be sore from my legs, but when there's pain on my lower back, it's just a whole different thing. It's just like, it's really uncomfortable. Like I don't even feel the soreness of the legs. It's more like the pain of the lower back is what like gets me. It sucks that, and I don't know if that happened at work. I think it did happen at work, and it pisses me off because I literally busted my back for that company, and it's true. Like they don't care. Like they don't care. Like corporate doesn't care about you. Teammates, co-workers, maybe they care about you if they're your friends, but like they're not gonna go through the pain. They're not gonna understand really what you're going through. And it's like, now it's like, I'm not gonna pick that up. I'm not gonna do that. There's no way I'm gonna do that. If I have to go to HR, if I have to get written up for that, there is no way that I'm picking that up. So now it's like, I don't care. If you want to fire me, but my company, like, really, they focus on safety a lot. So if it's heavier than 35 pounds, we're not supposed to pick it up by ourselves. Is it 35 pounds? 45 pounds. I don't know. We're not supposed to like pick it up by ourselves. That we're supposed to get like a team. We have to get another person and pick it up together and stuff like that. And a lot of people don't care. There's a lot of guys there that they're like, I don't care. I'll pick it up. I'll go to the gym every day. Da, da, da. And it's like, I used to go to the gym every day. I was in shape. Like I was pretty buff. And when my back started hurting, I stopped going to the gym and I gained some weight. But it's funny how like it takes you a lot to like get a shape, get your body in shape. But then as soon as you stop working out, you lose it so fast. You lose it faster than you gain it. And that's something that is like, ugh. Now I go to the gym because I just love going to the gym overall. I think I battled depression a long time ago because I was going through a lot of things, and the gym was like the place to be. Like the gym was like my sanctuary, like it was where I went, and all my anger and everything, just I was lifting heavy. I was like just pushing, and like even my friends were like, damn, like why are you lifting so heavy? But yeah, the corporate, yeah, they don't care about you. They don't care. They don't. They really don't. I'm sorry, but I used to think my company was good, but it just doesn't. Like whoever is corporate, like if you're in charge of a team, that person doesn't care for you personally or what's going on. They care about what is being produced and what is not being produced, And if you're an issue or a problem, then they'll address it. But when it comes to like things that you need, is like, yeah, well, I'll talk to HR, or I'll talk to someone else and see where what we can do about it. And then when was it, like a year ago, I hurt my hand, and it was their fault because the tool that they gave me was faulty, and I had already mentioned it to them, and they never replaced it. So, they told me I had to drill this humongous, iron block, or it's iron. And I was drilling, and the tool like broke, and it kind of spun my head, and it messed up my wrist, and now I don't have any cartilage on my wrist. So every time, like if I go like that, it pops. It sounds like there's marbles in there, like, and people don't understand. And I don't complain much about it, but my hand hurts all the freaking time, like every single time. Like when I grab the camera and I'm recording, I'm in pain. And I have this thing where I can wear like this kind of, it's like a Velcro thing, but it doesn't let me do anything. Like all I can do is like my fingers like that, and that's it. It keeps my hands straight, and all I can do is this. I can't move. I can't flex my wrist, so it gets in the way. And I got released, and they told me, yeah, we did enough therapy, and honestly, there's no cure for it. There's no surgery. And what's going to happen is that your body is either going to create more cartilage there or not. And we will see what we get. And they just told me that I couldn't do any more therapy. I couldn't. Yeah. They were giving me like shots. I took one shot, and sometimes you can see it because it changes color. But I took one shot, and the nurse was like, you know what? I'm going to tell you the truth about those shots. If you want to continue taking them, you have unlimited access. And what it does is going to it's like a painkiller. It's going to mask the pain, but it's not really fixing the problem you have. And the nurse said, if I could tell you something, it would be to not take those shots. Just let your arm heal naturally, because there's side effects to it. And I only took it once, and since then, it's been nothing but pain. I have bottles of Advil, all kinds of other painkillers at work, because I want to get off of work. I want to do, maybe, I don't know. I want to do something else where it's not too physical. But I also don't want to just walk out of that company, because that company owes me a lot. That company owes me my back. That company owes me my wrist, my arm. And I can't just be like, F this. There's still something that I got to take from that company, because they owe me a lot. So I'm going to continue to apply to, higher positions, and see if I can get a better pay, or maybe where I'll get something in return for messing up my body, there. Because I really don't want to leave that job and go to another job where it's going to be I'm going to be in pain, and they're going to be like, well, you hurt yourself somewhere else, so we don't need you here, So it's just kind of hard. So I'm sorry to hear that you're going through that, and hope you get better. I know how it feels. I really do. And if you want to know something, it doesn't get better. I'm not trying to be negative, but just be ready. Understand that sometimes you're going to have pain, and be careful on the moves you do and how heavy you lift. That's all I can tell you. And if you do get the surgery done, then, I'll be praying for you. Just let me know. And, but I hope you recover as much as you can from that. And that's true. Yeah. They'll replace you tomorrow. That's the thing. Any job will replace you right away. So it's I always tell everybody, take care of your body. Make sure you're doing things right. Take your time. You get paid. We get paid by the hour. So it's take your time to plan things out. Think of the risks and stuff like that. Because if someone says, hey, how come you haven't done this, or why is it taking so long, you can always be like, well, I'm planning it. I'm trying to see if this is safe to move, or where I'm moving. Because we use cranes. We lift 20, 78 liters, 28,000 pounds, just the engine alone. It's a big old engine, humongous, heavier than a car, bigger than a car. And yeah, 20, I think it's 26 or 28,000 pounds, not 2,800. No, 28,000 pounds, a 78 liter. And a miscalculation, you can kill someone, you can create it's a disaster. So it's crazy. But yeah. Yeah, it's crazy how things are. I'm a truck driver and paid by the mile, driving overnight, less traffic hazards. Yeah. I had my CDL. I I was supposed to drive a semi truck, and I just driving wasn't for me. And then I started like, well, I've always been a mechanic, and I was a on-road mechanic for a really big company here in Denver. And I had my CDL permit. I never got my license because it wasn't something that I was interested on. And I think you can make a lot of money and all that, but it's just I'm not like the best driver. Like if I get traffic, I'm one of those that will fall asleep, like doze off. And I was like, okay, I don't want to drive a semi truck. And I've seen a lot of videos where people like, they're driving this big old truck and they're like, and then they like get off of the highway, and then the whole semi truck loses control, and they crash and they flip over, and it's like, no, I didn't want to go through that. So I mean, more power to you. Like, it's not an easy job. Definitely not an easy job. But yeah, you just gotta stay alert. And so I was an on-road mechanic, and I would like fix the semi trucks like on the side of the highway. Like I had this truck with tires and spare parts and an air compressor and all kinds of tools, and here I am driving this Cummins dually out to where the semi truck was, and I'm like, putting in the cones, and then firing up the compressor, and then taking the tire off. And it was those were different times. I was young, and I was like, I was ready. I was the only mechanic in the morning though. All the good mechanics, or like not good, but like experience, or the mechanics that were there for like 5-10 years, they had a night shift. I don't know why, but they had a night shift, and I was the only one in the day shift. And I would like move the semi trucks. I will back them up into the garage to like check all the lights, do like DOT you know inspection, check everything, all the airlines and all that. And then I would like park them and reverse and all that. So I could have, if I wanted to, I could have definitely drove a semi truck, but it just wasn't my thing. I think I would have been maybe like further in life if I was to like chose semi truck, because I know by this time I would have had like a semi truck company and multiple contracts, because that was the idea. And I think my ex-wife, she does have a semi truck company now, so she's doing pretty good. And so that was the idea, but I left that behind. But it's like, if we are meant to have abundance in life, it will come one way or the other. Don't ever get discouraged if things are not working out for you, or if you feel like you're stagnant. There's always, when we're meant to have something in this life, we can access that. So I don't know. I feel like sometimes people get discouraged because, they're not, further up in life. And it's like, life is not about, a man is not measured by the size of their wallet. Like, there's admiration there if you do have, a pretty big account or amount in your bank account, but life is pretty much overall, I think, how you see it, and how content you are with yourself and what you have. A lot of money doesn't mean a lot of good. There's that saying I heard that saying where it's like, more money, more problems, less money, more problems. It's like, so, then what is it? Then it's not about money. It's not always about money, because money is power. And if you're not healed, if you're suffering, if you have addictions, more money means you're going to overdose. You're going to kill yourself. You're going to do something dumb. So getting so much money so young, or when you're not ready, sometimes is not good for you. It's more like a curse than a blessing. But I don't know. I feel like I've grown a lot, and I've, I mean, I'm open for abundance, and I'm open to receiving as many blessings when it comes to like money and stuff like that. I am doing the work, and I am following my heart and my passion. So that's all that matters to me. And it is what it is, like we all have a time in this world. So it's like, take advantage, and don't just sleep on it. Like, don't just relax for too long. It's good to relax for a little bit, but every second gone is a second we don't get back in life. So, there's things we got to do. This past month, these past couple of weeks has been to the point where I have no time to even hang out with my friends or to text my friends back, because I'm busy doing, fixing the house, remodeling a couple of things, adding walls to it, fixing and flipping cars, helping my mom, helping my sister, going here and there. Have a couple of things that I had to go do. And it's like, if you don't, and there's been days where I'm like just laying down in bed, and I'm like, today I'm not gonna do anything. Today I'm just gonna lay down in bed and watch TV, and I deserve it. And it's like, it feels good. But then like halfway down, like when I'm like, okay, what am I doing? I'm really gonna let this day just go by and not do anything, not take advantage of it. And so I'm like, okay, maybe 20 more minutes, or maybe 1 more hour. Or I'll take a nap, 2 more hours, and then I'll head out and do something. So this day doesn't seem like it's all lost, And that's how sometimes I get by. But I'm always doing something. I have a lot of footage I gotta edit, a lot of editing, and it takes a lot. I don't know. When you edit footage from like a camera, like a big camera, it requires more time and all that. And editing footage on a computer so much harder than just doing it on your phone. I know on your phone is like you have templates too, like where you just like load up the videos, and then it'll do like a bunch of whatever is trending. It'll do that, and then you have a video just like that. Nowadays it's easier on the phone, but it's phone footage. I don't know. But sometimes I used to hate editing videos. Now I'm starting to like editing, because it's kind of exciting. Like, you have the footage and you're like, okay, how am I going to start the video? How am I going to, maintain the attention on the video? How am I going to surprise the audience, add suspense, add, I don't know, all kinds of stuff where they're not gonna click off of the video. So yeah, at least I'm not sitting around. Yeah, that's true. Like, I'm not, like, I go to the gym. I went to the gym too. Like, I go to the gym as much as I can. I'm always doing this stuff. I got a lot of projects. I have the Scion XP that I'm working on. Well, I'm already driving it. There's really nothing. I just got to paint it. And then I have a Nissan Frontier supercharged that I got to fix the supercharger on it and maybe sell it. I don't know. And then I have a BMW 335 in the garage that I got to buy a battery for and see if it starts, because it's been sitting there for like a year, maybe 2 years, literally without starting. So I'm gonna have to prime the engine before I fire it up. All right, John, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you, man. God bless. And I hope you achieved your dreams and everything that you put yourself and you set yourself to. Lots of love and light headed your way, my bro. Thank you so much. But yeah, I have all those projects going on, and you know, it's always hard. Thanks for that super chat, AJ. Appreciate you, my bro. Thank you for the super chat. You're always, you know, super chatting. Appreciate you, man, a lot. But yeah, that's pretty much what it is, y'all. It's like, I don't know, stay busy, continue the growth, one way or the other, right? I wanted to call in tomorrow, but I have to go because we got paid for the holiday. So I was off Thursday, which is 4th of July. And this company will pay you. They don't have an issue paying you for the holiday. But if you call in before the holiday or after the holiday, they don't pay you at all. So I have to go to work tomorrow. Plus, I have a lot of sick time and I have a lot of vacation time still. So, but I just can't. It's 11:11 in Denver, Colorado, so make a wish. Make a wish. Do a prayer. I got a couple more interviews that I got to do. I found this really cool lady that she does like healing, and she does Reiki, and then she does like, she calls it consciousness. I think it's access consciousness, and she's really cool. We actually met in a dating app. And it's funny because I've met a lot of good people, like a lot of really good friends in dating apps. I think Anna, I met her in a dating app, and we were talking about tarot and all kinds of stuff. And then this person, I met her as well on this dating app, and I asked her, hey, would you want like a video of what you do and a quick interview, because I want to put you out there and I want you to have some kind of following and, win overall. So, that's coming up pretty soon. But yeah, that's what I have. So I have that coming up pretty soon, and it's gonna be cool. I also have another interview coming up with Jenia. If you guys, she's an astrologer. She's a medium, psychic medium. And then I got other tarot readers that I'm gonna interview and put out there, so you guys can kind of like know and catch a vibe and maybe get interested on that. Again, it's more about like creating the community, right? And you finding the healing, person you need, or finding your healer, right? It's pretty much what it is. So I do have that coming up, and I'm excited for that. And yeah, I don't know. I hope it does. Oh yeah, I also have I don't know how this is gonna be, but I'm planning a all guys or just 3 guys. So we're gonna do it's gonna be like a podcast where it's 3 of us from work, and we're gonna talk about like guy stuff, and not necessarily that girls are not invited. It's just like it's gonna be like subjects and point of views of dudes. So like whenever how we feel about a person, or how we pursue something, how we I don't know, we're just gonna discuss important topics, and addictions and life events and stuff like that. And it's gonna be like, I'm a whole different person with friends. I know when I do readings and stuff like that, like I have this filter, and like I'm cool, or I'm not trying to be like all disrespectful. But when I'm with my friends, with my coworkers, I'm a whole different dude. And I talk a lot of shit. Like I do talk a lot. Obviously, I think I'm a Scorpio rising, and that really, like, I have to check my words. I have to check what I'm gonna say, because I can hurt feelings, and I could like lose friends based on the things that I say, because a lot of people see me as someone who's very, very caring and very empowering. And when I say something really messed up and kind of, I don't know, because I thought it was funny, people take it as ooh, F this dude, I don't know. It's a weird mix, like being like a Leo sun, and then, like a Pisces moon, and then like a freaking Scorpio rising is like, I don't know. I don't think that's a good combination for a dude. Like for a masculine dude, that's not a good combination. Like sometimes I'm like, I get emotional. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I do get emotional, and I like drama too for some reason. I like being a little dramatic, and sometimes I'm like, oh shoot, what are you doing? Like you're acting like a little, and I gotta catch myself. But sometimes it's hard, like too much water to be able to, like, my sun sign is the Leo, and to be able to be all that fire and feeling all watery inside is just not the best way to balance myself. But I do care a lot about people. I love hard. I generally want the best for everybody, and that's something that, it's very important too. Like if I get my heart broken or if I get rejected by someone, I I take it to the heart. Like it's never gonna go away. Like I'm always gonna remember that. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I'm also like very romantic. Like I like to listen to like romantic songs, and I sometimes I fantasize about like if I like somebody, like sometimes I'm like, oh shoot, I wonder if I could take her some flowers, how she would react, or maybe take her to the, to the park or to the lake and rent one of those little pedaling canoes thing, or little pedaling canoe, I think, or that's a pedaling thing, and give her some flowers and talk about how beautiful she is and how beautiful her eyes sparkle and how much I like her and how much I want her. I sometimes like think like that. Like, too bad I don't have anybody to do that with. But it's like sometimes it's just like sometimes it's a little too much. Like, bro, like that's something that we're like pedal boats, yeah. And that's something that like we, the guys at work, we're like, you know what, you can't be too submissive to a woman. You cannot be too submissive. Like you can't. You have to show your masculinity, and women will get bored of you if you're like always lovey-dovey, if you're always the nice guy, if you're always like the, like in my case, the positive dude. Like women will always get bored of you. Like women will get bored of you, and they'll leave you for someone who is different. Like for some reason, I don't know why, but women love a bad boy. Women love someone who, for some reason, ignores them or something like that. Because we're all talking about this at work the other day. It's like, why is it that when you chase a woman and you try to give everything to a woman, they ignore you? And that's because the woman knows that they already have you. Like you're submissive to the woman. So the woman knows that they already have you. So there's no excitement in that. But when you reject a woman, when you're kind of an asshole to a woman, for some reason they're like more into it. They're like, okay, what, and I don't understand that. Like being a nice guy is not good anymore. It's just not good. And it proves the point, because I'm this old and I'm still single, and I've always been the nice guy, and I've been always, I think 80% of my relationships I've been cheated on, because I think I've always been the nice guy. I've always been the one that brings everything, that is always like, letting this person know how much I love her, or, doing things and stuff like that. And they leave for someone else. And it's like, now it's like, I don't care anymore. I don't give a fuck about trying to get approval from anybody. I am who I am. I'm always going to be that same person. And if like, I don't even see myself in a relationship. Like the other day I was thinking, I was like, man, Chris could really benefit from having a woman in my life, and maybe her connecting with Chris would definitely benefit from that. But it's just really hard to find a really good woman nowadays. Everybody says, I'm a good one. Like, why are you single? Why, like you seem like such a good dad. And it was like, well, yeah, because it's just me and my son. It's like, I have to be a good dad. And I'm not always a good dad, but I, like, shoot, I'm trying. There's times where my son doesn't like the things that I say or that I do. And, there's times where I could have done things better, but it is what it is. And, it's hard to find a nice woman. And when you find a nice one, it's like, it's just, I don't know. It just doesn't match. They're trying to leave something, or they're still stuck with someone, or, it's like, it's just difficult. And so I gave up in love. I was like, whatever. And I was like, I literally like I have dating apps, and I match with girls like literally right now. Like I've been matching with so many women, and they send me likes and they send me like messages, and it's like if I start a conversation with them, and this is gonna sound kind of rude and messed up, but if I start a conversation with a woman and they don't reply to me like within a day, or I don't know, it seems like they're just whatever, I just I just block them. I completely block them. I don't care. And it could be that they got busy, it could be that they were doing something, it could be that, maybe they didn't get a notification that I replied, or and it could be that, but it is what it is. I'm not trying to beg for someone's attention. And honestly, sometimes I do that myself, where like I get a message and then 2 days later I'm like, oh shoot, I never replied to this person. And then I block them, because it's like, how am I going to be like, hey, sorry I didn't reply to you 2 days ago, 3 days ago, I was really busy. And it's like, I'm glued to my phone. Like literally, I have my phone all the time with me. I know I got the message, I just did not reply, and there's something wrong there. And I'm not gonna be like, hey, I didn't see your message, whatever. But I feel like if I don't reply to someone when I'm glued to my phone, then I don't think that person is maybe the right one, or whatever. Maybe I'm not interested, or maybe I'm not ready, you know? People like the thrill of the chase. Yeah, big time. Toxic women enjoy that. um Identify toxic women, same as identifying toxic men. Avoid the chaos. Oh yeah, there's a lot of chaotic men out there, and it's like, in my case, like I'm bored. I don't believe in the dating apps anymore. I don't even know why I'm in the dating apps. Sometimes it just gives me something to do, like, when I'm at work and I have nothing to do, like I browse through people and I see what they do and their life. And like I'm on Bumble, and Bumble like has like all these cool profiles where like ladies have traveled to like other countries, and they're like CEOs and stuff like that, and you're like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. So it's kind of interesting, because I don't know, it kind of like, it opens up like a whole different, I don't know, like you see someone's life, before your eyes, or whatever, how they are. But I've matched a lot in Bumble, but it's the same thing. I actually dated a Taurus from Bumble. She was really nice. She was really pretty too. And like we went on a couple of dates, and she was really young. Well, she was younger than me, but not like too young, right? And maybe it was like, let's see, 6 years, 7 years difference. And she was like up to it. She told me she really liked me, and she was ready to go to the next step, which was like sex and stuff. And I was like, let me think about it. Like I don't know. I don't know if it's like, I don't know if I'm ready for that. So what happened was that when I went to Virginia for vacation, I told her that I wasn't ready for because I felt like she was always like, I would text her, and she would like text me back and ask me how my day was doing, or how my day was going, and how I was doing, how was Chris doing. And she was a really nice girl. Like I still have her number, and a lot of times I think about her, and but I was like doing so much things, and like Chris he's growing, and sometimes he gets very difficult to deal with. And that's one of the biggest things that I have, is like, I don't want to be a burden to anybody. I don't want, because one of my, one of my relationships failed because of my son. Like, and I really love this person. Like, I really care for this person. This person said, I don't think I can deal with your son. I don't think I just don't think I could. And that just literally destroyed me. And I was like, you can't make me choose between me or my son. And so we ended up, breaking up, and it was really hard. It was really, really hard. And to this day, I'm like, my biggest fear is that if I fall in love with somebody, that my son is not going to accept them, or they're not going to be able to accept my son because my son is under the spectrum, like he's borderline autistic. He is, he goes between, being a really good child to like being very, he gets very creative. So it's just super difficult having a child like that, like a special needs kid, and trying to find a, like a person, like someone who will have the patience. And I don't think, and the mom is not here. The mom is not, she's never been a part of Chris's life. And so it's really difficult. It's really difficult. And, I've been hanging out with this really nice, person that I dated before, and she has a huge heart. And, like, I didn't get to tell her, but, like, I push away because, I think at one point I did fell in love with her, and I think I still love her. Like, the connection was so good, but it's like we broke up, and she went on to a new relationship and whatever. And I think she's dealing with that. I don't know. She told me that she's like on and off, or she's still dealing with that toxic. She's called it a toxic relationship. So it's like, and it's funny because we've been hanging out, and like naturally we were a couple, right? And naturally, like, there's times where like I want to grab her hand, like I look into her eyes and I'm like, oh shoot, the feelings come back. And I'm like, I shouldn't be hanging out because I don't know what she wants. I don't know what she's going through, and I don't know what's gonna come out of this. And it's like, she knows Chris. She's known Chris, and she was very positive. She actually helped me with a lot of things, but I don't know. I was like stressed out, and we ended up like just breaking up. But now everything's different. Like, I think I still have feelings for her, like pretty, not like deep feelings, but it's like every time I'm with her, like it feels natural to only, feel like I'm still with her, like I want to grab her hand, I want to kiss her, I want to like praise her, like I want to, and I have to hold back a lot. And it's like I have a lot of my exes, like I believe in this thing, and I don't know, people are going to see me as maybe a weak individual for that, but the heart, if you ever love someone, the heart is always going to love them. It's what you create in your mind about them. Like, if someone like cheated on you, obviously a lot of people have cheated on me, but I always think of the positive, and I always release everybody with a positive message or with good intentions. And I always say, I hope you find love, and what we had together didn't work out, blah, blah, blah. No hard feelings. It is what it is. I have pain, I have trauma, and that's my responsibility to get over and heal from. It's not their responsibility, right? Vice versa. They probably do have some trauma that you created, or maybe that I created in the relationship, and it's the same thing, vice versa, right? And I'm always cool with them, because I wouldn't be here on YouTube reading tarot if I couldn't forgive someone. Like, if I couldn't forgive somebody for doing something, and I talk about healing and meditation and all kinds of stuff, and it's like, how am I not gonna forgive someone that was very important, that at one point I loved, And, you know, even though they must have, you know, they cheated or whatever, you know, it's like, that's how I healed from it, because there's nothing there anymore. And what the decision they took and the way things, you know, happened was out of my control. And it's like, okay, well, you know what? At one point, you're an amazing person. It's just you made wrong decisions and you chose to do something else, and you slipped and fell on someone else's cock. I don't know. And so this is where it ends. And you missed out on me, and vice versa, whatever. I hope you had fun, and I hope you, you know, acquired your satisfaction and whatever. And I'm out the door, but I wish you a lot of love and abundance, because we're all in the same path and journey. Like, we're all trying to achieve, you know, growth, personal growth, and, you know, abundance and fulfillment in life. And life is just, sometimes it's like that. Life is going to give you lessons, and sometimes it's going to give you lessons with people that you love the most. And those are the ones that are the most painful. The ones, you know, the lessons that come from those that you never thought that were going to do that, you know, they literally told you that they were always going to be there for you, that they were never going to cheat on you, that they loved you till death or whatever, you know. And some people got married and their vows, you know, till death do us apart and all that. And that was all bullshit for someone. Like, that was just a lie, you know. And, you know, and that's how I do things. Like, I stay cool. Like, you know, I couldn't be like a healer or tarot reader if I wasn't able to like talk to my exes. And, you know, I've done readings where my ex or exes will come and ask me about a certain person that they're dealing with. And I'm like, you whore. It's like, no, like, okay, well, this is what's going on, and this is what I feel like is going to happen, and that's what it is. And, you know, bye. But it's just like that sometimes, you know. It's just, you know, like we evolve, especially me as a man. Is like, you gotta walk the talk, and, you know, having the kahunas to face your ex and, you know, be completely in control of your emotions. That's what sometimes defines a man. That's how you know you've grown. That's how you know you've evolved. Is like, but when you see your ex and you start, you know, like acting all dumb, and, you know, start saying things and F that person, and your emotions are taking control of, you know, of you, and, you know, you want to break windows, or, you know, you want to beat up whoever it is that they're, you know, with. It's like, that's not a dude. That's not a man. That's a child, you know. Like, let them be, you know. Like, take the pain, take the jealousy, take all that shit like a man, and see that person happy and be happy for them. And what do you have? Like, what do you have right now for yourself? Like, you gotta have something that you're happy about in your life. And if you don't, then there's a lot of work you gotta do, you know. If you don't have anything that you're proud of, if you don't have anybody you're dating that you're in love with or something, like, there's a lot of work that you still have to do, you know. At least that's what I think. You know, like, it hurts. You know, it hurts to hear someone that you really loved is dealing with someone else, or, you know, is in love with someone else now. But we don't wish them bad. We wish them the best. And that's it. You know, it's like, you don't go to a bank and open a credit card and then you use it and you pay it off and then you close it off, and your bank is like, get the fuck out. I hope you go broke. You know, you're like, okay, thank you. Hopefully you come back someday and open up another credit card or something like that. You know, that's not how things work. And I feel like a lot of a lot of people now, they do that because they don't choose the growth, or they don't choose to mature. They choose to like retaliate against, someone, and that clearly shows that you haven't healed from any past trauma or any like an ex partner, when you still hate it. And the thing is that you're never, it's just going to be difficult because here we have a person that was very important in your life. Like, you guys created history, like in your vision, your memories is you and this person, and it's going to be there permanently, the good times and the bad times. So it's like, how are you going to, it's like you can't get over that. Like, you can't make it disappear. All you can do is heal from it. All you can do is mature from all that pain and those experiences and those lessons, and then be okay. And it might sound cheesy and, like kind of dumb, but it's like, just wish them good and just move on with your life. Do something good for yourself, and what else? What else is there to do? But yeah, it's crazy how, sometimes we mistake love that way. We mistake love. At one point it was love, and why did it turn into hate? Why did it turn into like something like that you hated, or a person you love so much now you hate them with all your guts? It's your ego. Your ego is telling you that this person is bad, but overall, like, your heart is always gonna, and that's probably why you hate this person, is because every time you see this person, your heart starts pumping. You start feeling butterflies, blah, blah, blah. And then your ego starts saying, oh, this mother, did this to us, bad, bad, bad. And we start, confusing the feelings of love with hate, or, like maybe anxiety, when all the heart was doing is like being innocent and saying, oh yeah, I remember this person, I love this person at one point. But then your mind is like, oh no, F this, abort, and so you start, going all crazy and nuts, so yeah, it's just, it's complicated. I don't think even the ex that broke me down brought me down to my knees, you could say, I'm thankful for that, because of that person, because of what she did, because of everything, like, I found my worth. It was a difficult battle. Like, I'm not going to tell you like, oh yeah, she left me, she cheated, and I found my worth, and now I'm here, now I'm doing things, now my future is brighter or whatever. It wasn't like that. It was like, she left, we broke up, we chose not to come back together, and my life literally just disintegrated in front of my eyes. Like, everything that I've built, everything that I thought about who I was or what I thought I loved wasn't the same anymore. Mixed feelings of missing the person versus wanting to find something new, versus not even thinking about the healing. It's like, okay, I can find someone better, I can do better, and not even thinking about like taking the time to like intake this destruction that we both created in our lives, and and heal from that. It was more like a freaking competition to see who's gonna do better, see who's gonna get married faster, sooner. And then for me, it went from bad to worse because addictions kicked in, because it was just very difficult. I was going down the spiral. When I lost that person, I was like, I don't know, the tower moment where everything just disintegrates, right? like your whole world just collapses and you're like, I don't know what I'm good for anymore. I don't understand. I know what my name is, but what is it that I'm supposed to do now? And, you know, a while back, it was, this person was my everything. This person was the one that I will come home to. I will call, text, you know, make love to, be with, and stuff like that. And now that they're gone, it's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with my life anymore, you know? And that is where we started, or where I started kind of like spiraling down into like addictions, depression, you know, drinking, just to numb the pain, to numb everything. The decision that we made together to not come back, but we will still text each other, you know, like, and it's like, you know, it was so much. Like, we continue to damage each other even after the collapse of the relationship, you know. And for me, I literally withdraw. I literally, like, just, for me, it was very difficult because I wouldn't let anybody in. None of my family, none of my friends. I kind of held everything inside, and I went through life like if I was okay, but I was literally dying inside and battling a lot of, you know, negative stuff. And, you know, like, alcohol was like the way to, like, you know, cope with things. And that's the only thing I knew. That's the only thing that it made things feel better, but it was worse because the alcohol in that mix, or alcohol at that time, was like, alcohol was the shovel to dig my hole even deeper, where I couldn't even exit anymore. You know, it's like the alcohol was like the tool to just get into it even more deeper, because I kept numbing myself, and I kept, you know, running from the truth and what it was. And I kind of, like, you know, disrespected my body, and I disrespected my everything that it has to do with me, you know, as, you know, like, as a man. Like, I disrespected myself, and I'm not trying to be like all soft and you know, but I did. And if you're a man, you have to have self-respect. That goes a long way. Your values, who you are as a man, you know, that's what makes you. Like, think about it. Women bring, you know, the child. They create a child in their body. Man, what do we have? We have the seed, but what else is? We have our values. We have our strength and our respect. That's as simple as that. Is what should be important to men. It's the respect, the value. It's the care as well. You know, the actions you create or you're gonna take, that should be part of a masculine, you know, person or man. You know, a lot of people in society nowadays is like, F this, F that, shoot up this person, shoot up that. It's like, you have no idea. You have no idea how many people have died lately this year from shootouts because someone doesn't like the other person, or somebody owes them something. And it's like, you know, like, literally last night there was, you know, my mom was telling me that there was a shootout here in Denver downtown, and a 14-year-old girl died because she got shot. You know, it's like, what's happening, you know? But I don't know. I think we got to find a way to bring, you know, like, to implement the way men take control of their feelings and their actions, because it's very important. for the masculine to respect and remain strong, you know, and if it has to do where they gotta leave someone, or they gotta cut someone out of their life, or, you know, continue their path somewhere else, is what it has to do. Like, it is what it has to be. I don't know. I think that's very important nowadays. It's like, no, you didn't lose. Like, if your woman cheated on you with this other man, like, whatever. There's someone else out there better for you. There's something that is gonna, for every lesson in life, there's always a blessing, and there's always that beautiful transformation and painful transformation as well. And, you know, it's like, it's hard, but, you know, being a man is also understanding, you know, that person wasn't worthy of your love, that maybe God took that person away from you this way because there was no other way. You know, either way, it was going to be painful. If you loved someone really strong and this person wasn't meant to be in your life, whether they walk out or whether they cheat on you or whatever it is, it doesn't matter how they disappear from your life. It's never easy. It's never easy. But how are you supposed to let go of somebody? You know? There's a lot of pain there, but there's a big lesson. And that's something that I realized is like this person messed around with my best friend, I was like, okay, damn, you know? Peace out to both of you. Like, I don't need you in my life. I didn't say it like that because back then I was like, I was a child. Like, I was like, I wanted to fight. That dude. I was like, dude, come up. Where you at? I want to talk to you. You know? And this guy's like, no, I don't want any problems. And I'm like, no. Tell me where you at right now, because I'll go find you. You know? It was that bad. And I didn't know, really. And that's when, you know, I understood and where the transformation took place, and where I found out what really self-worth is, and what really, you know, how I value my life, you know, more than others to this day. And it's not always about violence and fucking shit up, or, you know, disrespecting others. Sometimes like, it takes a man to just walk away and say, you know what? You're lost and I'm out. You know, I'm out. I'm going to do better anyways. What happened here was like an eye opener. The snake was sleeping next to me on my bed. You know? So be thankful that this person cheated on you, that this person left, and you work on yourself and you do your thing, because there's a new man or there's a new woman coming out of that. Like, you're going to shed some skin and you're going to, you know, there's something new happening for you, and you're going to be a whole different person. And this is where you need to choose really who you're going to be. Because if you want to choose to be a cold, hateful, bitter person, you will be that. But if you choose healing, if you choose truth, and if you just choose yourself and to better yourself, and choose and gather all that pain and all that trauma and put it towards something, and use that energy of, you know, because I feel like sometimes that's how we get rid of trauma, is like getting that energy and using it for something. How is energy, you know, is like, you got to use it for something. Your love energy, you communicate it, you show, you give gestures and stuff like that. You use it that way. Why can't you use your pain and your trauma to help you better yourself in life? It's sometimes, you know how they say it's always fuel. It's fuel for you to start a new beginning, to go to the gym, to go to college, to, I don't know, do something bigger and better for yourself and your kids and your community and your soul and, you know, everybody. And those who like betrayed you, don't worry about them. They're never going to be in your life again. Just don't worry. Just let them be. Let them be happy. Maybe they were meant to be. Whatever. Walk away. Walk away. There's no need for retaliation. There's no need for blowing something up, shooting someone up. There's no need to fight for a woman that cheated on you, disrespected you. You shouldn't give that type of energy like that, you know. Vice versa for a man, you know, for all you women out there that got cheated on, a man that walked away from you or was constantly talking to others, trying to find just a freaking, you know, like a small crack to like get some shit for them. Like, I don't know. Let them go. Once they lose the respect, once they started texting, and this happens a lot, you know, once people start texting others, they lose the respect for their lover. And it doesn't mean that they're cheating, but in a way, a lot of people think they're cheating. They're not physically cheating, but they're already like, some people might say they're already spiritually left your energy, you know, they're gone. They're gone from the relationship. They're gone from the connection. They're disconnected from you. If this person is trying to find the next piece of ass, you know, they've already disconnected from you. And boot them out. Kick them out. Because the person that loses respect for you, they might tell you all kinds of things and try to fix things, but they're always going to go back to what it is, to who they were. Trust me, like, I don't know, 90% of the time, that's how it is. You lose respect for someone and you don't gain it back. You might correct yourself for a couple of months. You might correct yourself for a year, but it's going to happen again because the respect has, again, been lost. And that's a hard pill to swallow, especially when you have kids. Someone that has already fucked up. And it's, you know, it's just, and you know, so what I want you to understand is like, you're looking for love. You're heading into a relationship. But what's your plan? Like, what are your intentions? Are you going, if you end up liking this person, are you doing it? Are you going in 100% into the relationship? You know? Or are you kind of like just getting a feel for it, but you still have your options open? And that's where the big difference is because sometimes we meet somebody and dating apps, you know, like, or, you know, we keep our options open. We don't give our full attention. We don't commit to people anymore. We don't. We live in a society of use and reuse and recycle, and same thing with people. Is like from one to the other, and next week is the other because this one didn't text back anymore, because this one started chasing someone else, and, you know, one to the other, to the other, to the other, because we don't have the mentality, because we're all broken. We're all in pain. We're all hurt because at one point we gave it all, especially for those who, you know, are older and have kids. And at one point we gave it all to one relationship, and it didn't work out. And it's hard for us to say, I'm going to meet this person and I'm going to give it my all. Because as soon as that notification comes in that, hey, someone else is waving at you, or someone else liked you and this person looks a little bit better, we're changing them like that. We don't commit to people anymore because sex is so easy to acquire. Sex, there's no meaning in sex anymore at all. Sex nowadays is like a handshake, at least for me, because everybody wants to have sex. Everybody wants to do that. And it's like, it's not like that. But movies, songs, society, influencers make it to be that way. Where, okay, first date, am I going to hit or not? First date, I did all this. Am I going to get lucky tonight or not? I got you, I took you to the Olive Garden, or I took you to the Cheesecake Factory, and, I got all this. So what we got going on tonight? It's really, your body is worth that? Like, is that what you're worth? A hamburger, a couple of jokes? Is that what you're really worth? Man, woman, it doesn't matter. I think that's what you're worth. I think that's your value. You're putting that. If you're dropping your panties, if you're doing all that on the first date because this person did so much, or because this person's over here telling you, oh yeah, da 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 da, and then they're trying to like risk you up or whatever, like, and you're putting yourself that low. And sometimes it's like, maybe it's not like that. Maybe you have this emptiness inside of you that as soon as somebody gives you attention, you're willing to give it all. You're willing to just give yourself to this person because they're the ones giving you attention. And it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. And I don't know I don't know if it's going to get worse. Honestly, it's been years. And I always tell everybody here, and it's funny, but it's been years since I had sex. And I don't plan on having sex with anybody that I don't know, or that I haven't met, or that, we have this strong connection. I really don't. Because, again, sex has no meaning. Like, the only time that you're going to experience like fulfillment and euphoria from having sex is when you guys have this energetic connection, like this connection down to the soul. And if you guys don't have that, and if you being bought, if if you're just opening your legs like that, it's just going to be like, it's just that. You have devalued yourself, your sacred mechanism down there, because of that. The only time that sex is going to feel really good is when you're going to have a very special connection with this person. Like when you're going to feel like you're in love with this person based on who they are and what they bring, or how they do things, or how they express their love to you, besides the sexual, or besides getting physical like that. That's when you're going to realize really how the sacred ritual of sex was meant to be, or be done. Allowing someone inside your body, or going in penetrating somebody's body, think about it, is really not something that you should be just doing with anyone, or you should be allowing anybody. There's STDs nowadays. And it's like the worst thing you can do. Like, we come out of the womb. Like, we come out of the woman's part, you know? That's sacred. We're born through that. That's the portal to this world. And some people are just throwing it away, or some people are just like, there's no value in that anymore. Can you imagine that? Can you like think about that for a second? We literally come out of there to this world. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking things. Maybe I'm just like, maybe I'm just being dramatic overall. But I mean, keep doing your thing. Keep, keep. I don't know. Maybe a cheeseburger, some fries, a couple of love songs that I put on the radio, and a shot of tequila. Maybe that's your price. Maybe that's what you're worth. Get whatever I want and then just leave. I know it's not your price. I know that it's more than that, because your value is not down there. That's sacred. Nobody should be like in there. Your value is here. And people don't see that, because if you have a nice body, if you work out or whatever, what's the first thing that people see. For men is like the ass, or the body, or the it's like, that's the first thing they see. They don't care who you are. They don't care where you've been. They don't care what you've been through. They don't care what you like. All they want to get, men, sometimes all they want to get is in the pants. And the mission is to get in the pants. And the mission is to tell you all these pretty things and tell you all kinds of and then fuck your life up. And then just disappear. Because you did that, It's like, yeah, someone can give you flowers. Someone can tell you all kinds of things. But what do you feel? Do you really feel like this person's genuine? Have you guys gone? And I'm not trying to say like you shouldn't have sex or anything, because again, you can do whatever you want. It's your body. It's your body. But like, how many, what's your body count? It's like, there's this thing where someone said that if a woman has multiple sex, like if a woman goes from a man to another man to another man to another man, and they constantly have different, let's just say peepees on her, and they keep doing that and they keep doing that, their value for that literally goes down. Like, they don't respect that anymore. They go cold. The heart it doesn't even matter anymore. Like, they can't connect genuinely from the heart. Men lose value. Women lose. Men, I mean, like when a woman like goes from one to the other, and it's not like we're blaming the woman, because it's also the man, because we have men. Like in my case, I had this best friend who I thought was my best friend, and literally betrayed me for a night with that one person. And that just goes to show you, or that showed me, that I don't care, brothers, men are designed to fuck. And if they get a chance, they're going to. And if you've been cheated like that, it's normal. It's messed up, but it's normal. And now we got to work on the pain. Now we got to work and all that. And that was created so you can evolve and become a better, stronger person. You know? So accept that the connection failed, and the respect is gone, and that you need to heal, and we need to work harder. We need to work harder on ourselves. Not all is lost. Not all is lost. No way. Your life starts today. Like, your life starts from there. Your work just started as you understood and found out that this person doesn't respect you or cheated on you and left you. Your life is starting right there. And that's something that I didn't realize, because I confused everything. I confused the loneliness. I confused the depression. I confused, I mistook all this low vibrational for my life is done. I have no purpose anymore. I don't understand what's going on. I'm worthless. At that time, I was like, I'm worthless right now. Like, nobody. But that's when the biggest work and the biggest success is bound to happen in your life, is when you start doing the work and you start betting on yourself and you start working on yourself and you value yourself differently. I was texting, was it like 2 days ago? I was texting with this girl, and she's like, I asked her, so what do you do for fun? And she's like, ha ha ha, I go out with my girlfriends. And, she said it in Spanish. Like, I go out with my girlfriends and I gather, or I get food. And I'm like, so what do you eat? And so the way she was telling me in Spanish, the play on words and the way the tone was like, she goes out with her girlfriends to the clubs and she dances with a lot of guys and she gets a lot of guys because she was really good looking. And I'm like, red flag. I don't want this person. And then I continue the conversation, and she's like, well, we get a lot of attention. And she was really good looking, and I'm like, well, I see why. But with that mentality, I don't want anything with you. With that mentality, like, that's the red flag for me. And yeah, she's good looking, and yeah, she's pretty, but I'm setting myself for failure here. There's going to be a miracle where, yeah, this person might be like, oh my God, Rigo, I'm in love with you. I'm going to change. I'm not going to do this. But because she's in a circle with friends that influence the same energy or the same idea of going out and dancing with friends or with multiple people or whatever, then I'm setting myself up for failure. That's when you see the red flag and you're like, it's cool. Have fun. You're not what I want, and you're not what I'm looking for. You're pretty and everything. You're good looking and everything. But I'll pass. And she made it like very clear to me that she went out to get attention. Very, very clear. And I stopped texting, and she continued to send me, she continued to send me messages like, good morning, how are you? And it's like, no. What happened last night? You didn't answer because you probably were out there. And it's like, you're confused. You're a broken person. You're the one that makes everything difficult for everybody. I'm sorry, but I don't want to associate with anybody like that. I hope you find healing, and I hope you gather strength to, get better. But It's you're like the one that I don't want to be with. You're the one that I'm trying to avoid. And thanks, but no thanks. And I blocked her, you know, like pretty clear. It was pretty clear. So I don't know. I guess. And I know like some of my friends, if they would have seen that girl, they would have continued to talk. They would have continued to like, you know, give her attention and you know, get her out, because I think that's what she wanted from me. She wanted me to like take her out, or she wanted me to, I don't know, give her something, or she wanted me to be submissive to her. And she had already tried to make me jealous in that way. And I was like, no. I see who you are and I see where you're going, and no thank you. Overall, like my intuition was like, yeah, no. You know? But and you know, it's like it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter who you are or what you do or whatever. You're always going to attract the bad ones, and you're always going to attract people like that. And it's going to be up to you to like understand what they really want. Because some women really, all they want is sex. Some of them want a connection, but a lot of the women they just want attention and maybe sex, and that's it. Men are worse, I would say, but it's gone to the part or to the point where it's like even sad, because women have embraced the same mentality as men. Is like the more men they have, the better. You know, men are like, the more women they have, the more respect they get, you know, from another man. It's like the alpha male. It's like if a man walks into a room and all the women are submissive to him, even the men are like, damn, this dude gets my respect because they got all the women, or because, you know, the woman submits to them. And it's like, and so it's like a thing that we men have. It's how we were designed, but it shouldn't be like that. You know, we go down to like, when like animals, you know, we're like animals as well. So it shouldn't be like that. I gotta go to bed, y'all, because it's already midnight. I have to work tomorrow. You guys have a good night. Thank you so much for being here. We're just chilling, and sorry I wasn't able to read any. I was actually shuffling cards, but it's 12:15 in Denver, and I gotta get up at 4 in the morning, so I'm gonna get like 4 hours of sleep. No bueno. So I'm gonna go to bed. Thank you so much for being here and just keeping the conversation going and all that. Okay. Again, thank you so much for being part of my channel and just being part of this amazing group. Okay. Lots of love and light back to y'all, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay.